Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. So take a look here. I haven't had a lot of luck in the junkyard while recording, but I have had luck when I go there multiple times on my own. And actually I found one of these in the junkyard and the other one I found in the salvage auction. This is the Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. This is the last of the Porsche DLC cars. It is different from the other 911 in that it is an all-wheel drive vehicle. So this is the one that came from the salvage auction, and I paid $40,000 for this one. And it looks like it's in less of a good shape than this one. This one here came from the junkyard, and it actually has all of its wheels. But this one I paid $23,000 for. So that's the difference. Buying stuff from the salvage auction tends to come with a higher premium. So I prefer to buy from the junkyard if I can. Of course, it's all random depending on what you'll find. This one I noticed, though, if you look at the wheel, look how good shape. That wheel looks like it's in really good shape, and the brakes look like they're in good shape too. Same thing with this. There's a little bit of rust on the brake disc, but it looks like it's in remarkably good shape. Both of it doesn't have all the wheels, but the wheels it does have look like they're in pretty good condition. This one has all four of its wheels, but they all look like total crap. So I'm not going to do both of these at once. I'm going to, because that would take me, I work pretty fast, but doing both of these at once would take a lot of time. And I try to keep these videos from not being more than an hour, if not more than a few minutes, and even that is probably too long, really. So I'm just going to cosmetically fix up both of them, and then I'm going to detail repair the other one. And go back there. And this one here is red from the factory, which means it's probably going to be the one I end up keeping, because I do want to keep one of these cars for my personal collection. I'll probably have to finish up both of them completely and decide which one is more valuable. Because when I have multiple cars that are the same, I usually try to keep the one that's worth a bit more. And I don't know which of these that's going to be. And I don't think I'm going to bother... Oh, did this have one of those? No. I don't think I'm going to bother with trying to repair any of these body parts. I think I'm just going to flush everything, buy 2 complete sets of new body parts, and go from there. Actually, looking at that stuff, I probably could have repaired quite a bit of it. I just don't want to deal with all of it. I wonder how much... One thing that used to be the case was if you did, like, you go into build mode like I am here on this car, I would also be able to see it on the other car. Oh, darn it. I think that was ECU Type B, I hope. God, the car is missing so much stuff. Actually, that engine block looks like it's in really good shape, too. Oop, clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, $17.50 for this one. Wonder if it'll be the same for the other one. No. Yeah, it costs the same. Okay, that should be... That's as much as I'm going to do with this car, this particular one. Takes it to 96 grand. So this is the one that I only paid. This is the one that I paid 40 grand for at the auction. Oh, this is going to probably need all the internal stuff done as well. See, I didn't buy 2 of everything before because I didn't know which of these things, each car would have. This one clearly didn't have any of the things that the other car didn't have, so I probably would have been better off to go ahead and buy 2 of everything and just deal with it as it came along. I did buy 2 of all the fuses though because I knew that I would need them. And it was Radfan B. Okay, so since all those engine compartment things are in, I feel comfortable going ahead to do this part now. Oh, it's the engine cover. That's probably going to have to come out later to access the engine again. Okay, so So you used to be able to do, yeah. See, if you, there's an oil fill tube that isn't here right now. But when that's, you can touch it. You can touch that because it protrudes up through the engine cover, and it will make make it so you don't necessarily have to take the cover off. Did I not? Oh, okay, so anyway, now we can paint it. And what color are you? 92? I like 80, no, oh, so it does have, I didn't mean to do that, but it does have livery apparently. I actually like that. What else? If it were a black, what does that do? It doesn't look like it does anything. Unless the color of the, you know, the black and red is always a good combination. And if I were doing the car in black, this would be good. I actually really like this a lot. But I think I want to stick with red, and I've decided that 85 is the right color red for me. It's just right, you know. It's like elemental red. So this car now is worth 83 grand. Wow. What's the mileage on this? 18 and 13. So this one has lower mileage. That's probably why it's worth more. At least this one, you know, since all the wheels are on it, it means that all of the undercarriage parts are going to be here. This rim, I bet we don't repair. It looks terrible. This one looks bad, but I bet it's going to be like in the 30s or in the 20s. So long as it's not in the teens or the single digits, we can usually salvage it. That caliper is 9%, so that one is garbage. course, this is the junkyard car, and it makes sense that it would be in worse shape than the salvage car. Though I don't think they really model salvage cars the way I mean, because when you buy a car from a salvage auction in real life, it's usually a car that has been wrecked, and they'll come with crash damage or whatever on them. And the cars in this game, the salvage auction cars, are just, you know, like they've been stripped and left to corrode for a while before somebody sold them or whatever. You don't see anything that's like you don't see anything that's really like real salvage auction type stuff. Get the engine out because we'll need to break. We'll go ahead and break it down. It opened the front. It opened the front hood instead of the rear. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, crud. I wonder which... Does this car have one? It doesn't have one. Front sway bar. Okay. Oh, what the hell did I do? What the hell am I doing? think I may have screwed up something there. So I think that's, yeah, that's everything that's broken. No, that was the wrong one. That should be everything that's broken except for the rims. And there are, let's see, that's a 20 and a 20, and they're all 20. And then those tires are 305 and 245. And we'll go race tires on these, I think. 305 3020. God, that's going to be a big one. 245 35 20. And 245 35 20, that's the right size there. 305 30 20, and that's the right size there. And this one also has camshaft caps, which of course is always fun. At least there's only 12 of them. 6 on each side. All of this timing stuff is going to have to be replaced. These cam gears, the shoes, and the chains. There's only one cap on this side. No plugs. The heads, we'll try to repair them. But I know they're performance heads for this engine. Oh, is there? Yeah. It's been a little while since I did one of these. I remember now the caps are in here. Does that? Yeah. It has crankshaft bearing caps that are kind of wedged in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay, I think I'm starting to get bogged down in parts, so let's do this. Okay, not too bad. This one I don't find quite as satisfying to put together as I do the other one. The other Porsche engine, I mean. Because this one is kind of fiddly. I think I just bought that, didn't I? Yep, I did. Be super annoyed with myself if I bought it again. And I think there are performance camshafts for this as well. There's another intake. Yeah, that intake manifold right there. There's gonna be, yep, there's gonna be fuel rails for this as well. Forgot about that. It's been a little while since I did one of these. That's the oil fill tube I was talking about before. I thought I had one of those. I do. Damn it, which one was that? Timing cover B. There we go. Starting to look like something now. It's going to need ignition coils too, as I recall. I had one engine head cover, but not both, I don't think. Backed out too far. Alright, come on. I think I'm getting a little frustrated with my screw-ups. I'm clicking too much. Need to calm down. Do the right thing. Whoops. Clearly, I need to get in here and clean out the junk that's still laying around. I want to paint the calipers on this one, so I'm going to stop at that point, because I definitely want to do the rims. I'm just gonna, the more stuff I can get in, the less things I have to slog through in the menu in the paint booth. Apparently you can paint a lot more things. Well, you can paint a lot more things now than you used to be able to. It's so funny that it's opening this one rather than the rear one. Okay, there we go. That's almost all the mechanical. Well, that really is all the mechanical work done. It's just some final cosmetic stuff now. See, that's going to look really, really good. Alright. Have some stuff in my inventory that should go away. Oh, god damn it. So I sold a tire. 245, 35, 20. Nothing like just throwing money in the trash. That makes me happy. Okay, and this should be the final stuff to do. Oh, and I just noticed that the drive shaft isn't in either. I have to do that. Not going far without that. Yep, there it is. 100% across the board. I did enjoy doing the fluids at first, but it's beginning to feel like busy work now. Especially since the game doesn't model you having to bleed the system to make sure there's not any air in the lines. Because you can't just put fluid in the brake cylinder, in the brake servo. You can't just put fluid in the brake servo and just, and be done. You have to bleed the lines, because if there's air in the line, it won't brake. And that's generally unpleasant when you're driving a car. It's a good looking car. It really is. So we have 420. 840 would be a 100% increase. So probably about 700, let's say. That's not too bad. I wasn't as far off as I thought I might be. 670. 250 horsepower increase. Where do I want you to go? I want you to go where the front is all loaded. Go there. Probably going to have to put the 370Z away. Or maybe I'll put the 911, maybe I'll put this one away, since I like having the Z cars, since I like having the Z cars out. This is a good contrast though. You can see the newer version of the 911 versus the older one. It's kind of neat. It looks good inside too. Top speed 271. This car is not going to do that, but it should do pretty well. Okay, and here we are. I like to come out and orbit the car a little bit, see what it looks like in the sun, and it looks really nice. Yeah, but then I'd like anything that's red, and this is a really good example of this. Let's see how it does. It reached a maximum of 227, and it was still accelerating when it went off the end of the runway. So it wasn't done. It still has room to go. I wondered how far it would go. Alright, that's good enough. Maximum speed 227, I'm happy with that. Okay, so the question now is how much is this car worth? And it is at $252,000 right now, which is pretty darn good. The question in my mind is how much is this one going to be worth when it's done? Because it's at 96K right now and it's not complete. I am going to do this one on my own. I'll do this one offline and I'll compare them both so that you guys can see how much they're worth when they're all done, when they're all said and done. I think I'm going to shuffle some cars around a little bit. Put you into parking. And I think the 370Z ended up over here. Yeah, I went to the Steam discussion page where it had requests for Car Mechanic Simulator, and I put in a request for more parking spaces outside, because 3 out here is silly. Yeah, I'll leave this one here until this one is finished, and then I'll see which one of them is worth more, and the one that's worth more is the one that I'll probably end up keeping. But we'll see. So that will wrap this up for now. And when we come back, I'll show you guys which car I keep and which car I sell, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do after that. Still haven't found any Pagani cars. In fact, let's visit the auction real quick. Okay, I don't usually find anything worthwhile in here, but well, there's a turbo right there, but I wouldn't want to pay the regular auction price for it. Ferrari 458, Jaguar XJ 220. There's a Pagani right there. Hoyara 78K. So that's the first time I've seen one of these. I don't want to buy it from here though. See if there's anything in here. Look at all the McLaren F1s. There's one for $1 million. Bizzarini for 4,000. There's a 370Z for 4,000. 2 more McLarens. This one is 432, and this is 745. These are both a long tail, which is the one that I did, and this one is not. This, I don't know what variant this is. I know that long tail one that I did sold for $20 million. So these are probably, if you just wanted to rack up your bank account, that's the way to do it. There's another Z530 F-Spec and not. I don't know what the difference is between those. So the only car in here that I think I would be inclined to try to buy would be this. And I'd really rather do a Zonda if I can find one, because I'm not really into... I'm not a big fan of either of them, really. I just want to do one for the sake of doing it. I think I'll go ahead and get out of here. Okay, so that'll wrap this up for now. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in here for the next whatever it is we do here. So on that note, bye for now.